Hey guys, in this video, we're going to be checking out the top 10 best earplugs for sleeping that are available on the market for their true quality. I made this list based on my personal opinion and hours of research. I have listed them based on popularity, quality, price, durability, user opinions, and more. If you want to see more information and the updated price, you can check out the description below. Also, make sure to subscribe for more reviews. Okay, so let's get started with the video. Starting at number 10, we have the 3M earplugs. The 3M EAR Soft might be a better choice if you value comfort over sound blockage, or just have fussier ear canals, as they're smaller than the Hearos. They came in second place on our sound isolation test, but didn't score quite as high on the in-ear sound blocking test, partially due to how fiddly they can be to insert. Once you get a good fit though, they excel. At one point during the testing process, my partner and I were cleaning our apartment and had the dishwasher, AC, and vacuum running simultaneously, and of all the pairs I had on hand, this was the one I reached for when I decided the noise was too much. They're only available in a set of 200, which is a bit irksome if you're looking to purchase them for a short trip. But each pair is individually wrapped so you can easily take what you need, though that can create a lot of plastic waste in the process. The box also has a small hole punched in it to demonstrate roughly what size to roll the plugs to for insertion, which is a nice, clever touch. Moving on. At number 9, we have the Flents Protechs foam earplugs. The Flents Quiet Time were so close to being great, but somehow just couldn't cross that final hurdle. They're a bit firmer than some of the other picks, so they don't roll up as easily, making them trickier to insert. It also made it more obvious when they seemed to have softened up later. They felt like they lost firmness after being carried in a hot bag, almost as though they had slightly melted. Something about these seemed to trigger my tinnitus as well, something I noticed in a few of the lower-ranked pairs. They did tie for second place, along with the Hearos Extreme, in the reviewed Office survey, which suggests that you may agree that the potential upgrade in comfort is worth their inconveniences. At number 8, we have the Mack's Slim Fit Soft Foam Earplugs. The Mack Slim Fit were also a very strong contender, tying for the third place slot with the Flents and mere fractions of points away from bumping out the 3Ms. These slide into small ear canals like a dream and provide consistently solid sound blockage, scoring first place on our lab sound tests. Their sound testing in the objective tests, however, just wasn't quite as good, and they were middle of the pack in the Office poll. I did make a small user error during their testing at one point and inserted them with slightly damp hands. You're supposed to make sure your hands are clean after all. My ear canals hated that, so make sure your hands are dry before trying your insertion. They were still so comfortable that I almost didn't mind that their sound blockage didn't feel quite up to par with the others. At number 7, we have the Mack Snore Blockers Soft Foam Earplugs. For those with larger ears, Mack Snore Blockers are worth trying. With over 1,000 global ratings on Amazon, these earplugs are inexpensive and come in a pack of 12, so if you aren't a fan, you won't have to worry about having a ton of extra earplugs going to waste. Reviews mention that these earplugs work well when it comes to blocking out light to moderate amounts of noise, but if your partner is a super snorer, then they might not be the best bet, but at this price point, they're worth checking out. It's also important to note that for some, these earplugs can be a bit big and stick out of your ears if yours are small. If that's you, then we recommend you skip and try the Slim Fit instead. At number 6, we have the Moldex-Metric Inc. Pura-Fit Tapered Foam Polyurethane Uncorded Earplug. Moldex Pura-Fit didn't insert easily, and they lost their shape by the morning. They rebounded eventually, but we had concerns about their possible reusability and general comfort. They came in last place in our subjective testing, and I could never forget I was wearing them, while somehow still hearing most of what was around me. I consistently struggled to get a reasonable fit despite being able to hear them expanding in my ears, a somewhat bizarre effect. At number 5, we have the Mack's Ultra Soft Foam Earplugs. Mack's Ultra Softs is very plump for earplugs, and they're also an unpleasant beige color. If you have large ear canals and are drawn to the visual appeal of chunks of putty, these may be for you. However, they shouldn't be your first try, despite being awarded Amazon's Choice if you just search the site for earplugs. These earplugs are molded with super low pressure, tapered foam to provide unmatched comfort. With a high noise reduction rating, NRR of 33 decibels, this high-performance hearing protection can be used in environments where noise is just a nuisance, up to environments with hazardous noise levels. At number 4, we have the Liberty Glove and Safety 14310 DuraPlug. Liberty DuraPlugs were among the least comfortable options. My notes included the phrase, "I hate these, they're just tiny foam, how are they so uncomfortable?" And it proved very challenging to get a good fit. They managed to somehow irritate my ear canals without actually staying in my ears. Liberty DuraPlug Uncorded Disposable Foam Earplug. Super soft, slow recovery tapered shape foam for easy insertion and removal. High visibility color plus bright color cord make compliance checks quick and easy. Low pressure, self-adjusting foam offers long wearing comfort and quick recovery time. Noise reduction rating, NRR, 32 decibels. Comply to NCS 3.19. Orange color. At number 3, we have the Light by Honeywell Laser Light High Visibility Disposable Foam Earplugs. The low performance of the Light laser lights came as a genuine surprise given their popularity in other corners of the internet and generally strong brand following. I woke up at 6 a.m. to yank them out of my ears. They came in 4th in our lab noise reduction test and had the lowest score in the staff survey. The contour T-shape makes for easy insertion and removal, and the self-adjusting foam is designed to fit most ear canals. Workplace dirt buildup is inhibited by the soil-resistant closed-cell foam skin. 200 pairs of disposable earplugs per pack. At number 2, we have the Hearos Ear Plugs. Our top pick is the Hearos Extreme for their superior sound blocking and comfort combination. They came in 3rd in our lab sound blocking tests and 1st in objective testing for sound blockage and comfort while being worn in various scenarios. They also placed 2nd in a poll of reviewed staffers for comfort and sound blocking and tied for 2nd in the subjective testing for reuse, storage, and overall experience. They aren't uncomfortable, but you know they're in. You just don't necessarily care thanks to the blissful silence they provide. You can order a set of 100 pairs or just 14 pairs, which is nice if you don't plan on using them long term. And finally, at number 1, we have the Mack's Pillow Soft Silicone Earplugs. Mack's Pillow Soft Silicone is a good option if you don't want to actively insert anything into your ear canal. You just roll up the waxy material and then smooth it over your ear. It's more comfortable for side sleepers. If it weren't for the cave-like echo, you could almost forget you're wearing them. But these silicone earplugs don't block as much sound, and the sticky material can pick up hair and pillow fuzz. Thank you for watching, guys. I hope you liked this video. If this video was helpful to you, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any questions related to this product, you can leave a comment down below. I will get back to you as soon as possible.